Hi, my name is Lai Cheng. That's my given name. My surname is Yun. So in Chinese it's Yuan Li Qing. I was born in 1958 in Singapore, and my mom gave birth to me, as with a lot of children from the baby boom stage, in Kandang Kabau Hospital. So my childhood was really in Geylang, in Lorong 40, in an area called Siang Lim Park. So I grew up in number 41. Unfortunately, due to urban development, Siang Lim Park, the place where I live, no longer exists, and in its place are two condominiums. What's talked about at home when I listen to my mom and neighbors, especially probably after 1959, because I started primary school in 1965, the year we got independent. I think my mom, I often hear her say, got to vote for PAP. You know, that's the way to go, you know, that will secure our future. So I think probably, you know, for me as a child at that time, I didn't have any opinion about it, and nor do I know who Lee Kuan Yew was, you know, but of course in the later stage of my life now, I have a better understanding. We played hantam bola, you know, like, you know, with the ball you have to like strike someone and then you have to keep running away. And we even used the fence that surrounds the front porch as our net, you know, for playing badminton. And tops, you know, remember those tops that are shaped like a pear? You know, what we do is with this rope that is attached to it, we will tie it very nicely, securely around the bottom. And then the minute you let it go, right, the top of course has to keep sort of rotating. So the longer it rotates, really, like you're the winner. One more outdoor game that I used to love is the chatte, you know, the thing that you know play with your leg. And I think all those games that I played really helped me to fine-tune my motor skills. Indoor games are plenty. 5 stones. We have those kuti-kuti, those plastic animal frames where, you know, you have to sort of try to flick it so that it jumps on the other animal. Playmates will be neighborhood children. We even make those telephones, you know, we use empty tin cans with a rope. The neighbor's home was actually close enough for us to connect the cans and the rope. Yeah, so we can like talk to each other like that. And of course, outings, different from today, you know, where these days playtime is so structured, you know, and there's so little time for playtime. Our outings is like every weekend, Sundays. We go to Changi Beach, we stay all day, we buy food, we roll out our towels on the floor, just taking floats, you know, those ring floats, or the long ones where you can lie on them, and I'll come home like completely tan. It would be, my skin would be double, I would say, it was so dark that I would suffer for a couple of days, and then after that the skin would start to peel off from the sunburn, because we didn't have a lot of money to buy sunblock. I don't know if it even existed then. I go to a lot of those wuxia pian, you know, where those swordsmen jump on top of roofs and then they go with like cat-like kind of steps, you know, and then they will fight. And we go to a theatre called Queen's Theatre, you know, very near Lorong 41. I think it may still exist today. Just the front of it, you pay 50 cents. That's the cheapest, you know. My mom would always buy the 50 cents one because, you know, there's so many of us. So you take the first few rows of Geylang Theatre, and we'll watch all these wuxia pian or those black and white romance, you know, kind of stories from Hong Kong. These memories of mine, childhood memories, are so set within me that I still, in my mind, remember to play them. Maybe I may not be even, be physically able to kick 100 times Chatte now, but I think they have been implanted in my head as very great child memories, and I love playing those games, and it really should be brought back. But by the time it came to my own children, and even children of today, where everyone need to be good at a lot of things, be it art, be it knowing how to swim, and you have to be cultured, and know all kinds of things that all the kids are doing. I think some mothers or some parents send their children to a lot of classes because it is the norm nowadays. Whereas when we were younger, we do not have that sort of restriction. We did have a lot more time to play outside, to discover how we spend the time. There was no pressure about homework. So I think definitely a more relaxed life, for children back in those days.